What's up, faithful? I'm back. This is the Can't Lose Show, hosted by myself, Trent. And guys, I've been away for a minute, and I'm just gonna keep it real with you guys real quick. It's been a weird season because I don't have a co-host, and then the 49ers just up and down, and I haven't had the time or made the time to do this. So I'm sorry for that, guys. Going forward, the rest of the season, we're back. We're gonna be giving an episode every week. And what a time to really restart. We just got a lot of reinforcements back and headlined, of course, by CMC. Guys, our offense has not been the same without him. I'm not saying he's the whole offense because other guys have stepped up for sure. But the red zone offense, when we're down and we're driving and we can only get a field goal out of it, it hurts our team. It's a tough loss. When you can't put 6 on the board. But with CMC back, I think our red zone offense will shoot up into top 5 in the NFL, fixing that issue. So, without getting too much into that, let's just look ahead this week in the NFL. There's a lot of good games, and we're not really going to talk too much about last week because 49ers didn't have a game, so we just got healthy. Our players enjoyed their bye. Rest in peace to Chardavius Ward's daughter. That is so devastating. And I hope all is well with his family. And guys, there's some crazy comments saying he should be playing Sunday. No, give him the time he needs to grieve with his family. And when he's ready to come back, he's ready to come back. But yeah, rest in peace. And that's nothing other importance of the bye week. Wanted to touch base on that. So, like I said, there's an exciting week of football. My game of the week for this next week is Lions versus Texans. Man, I want the Lions to lose. I'm tired of the Lions claiming the number 1 spot, but they deserve it for now. They've looked the best on paper. They've looked like the best on TV. There's no denying that. They're going to be a team to give the 49ers and the rest of the NFC a run for their money come playoffs. But yeah, this game looks the most exciting to me because you have a Houston team that I thought was a lot better than what they really are. But they still put up a dogfight in every game. And then the Lions, from a 49er aspect, I want them to fall, right? So I could see Houston hosting the Lions and giving them a run for their money. If they are, CJ Stroud's gonna have to have himself a game for sure. There's the Lions, they don't make too many mistakes, so Houston's gonna have to keep their mistakes down to a minimum and really capitalize if the Lions do make a mistake. And maybe Jared Goff has an off day. Something's not clicking for them. But yeah, we gotta, as an NFC football fan and definitely rooting for the Niners, you got to see the Lions fall, drop a couple, Another good game to keep an eye on this week is going to be, of course, our game. There's a lot riding on this game for us. I'm not saying we're a must-win the rest of the season type of deal, but this almost feels like a must-win game because we got CMC back. We got a lot of reinforcements back. We're missing one key one still, or two, Hufanga and Dre Greenlaw to anchor our defense. But on the offensive side, this is as healthy as we're going to be going forward. We know Ayuk, but we got CMC back. We have Debo, Kittle, Juwan Jennings is back. We got some O-line depth back in Feliciano. So I hate to say it's a must-win game, but it really has that feeling. We can't drop to an NFC team. And honestly, we can't really drop many more games because out of the NFC West, I can't see a team representing us in the wild card because our division isn't that good this year. And you got the Lions, Vikings, and Packers all in one division. Only one's going to take their spot, and then the other two could be wild cards. So they may claim both wild cards. But yeah, back to my point of this being a must-win game. We just got to go out there and set the tone. It's a 10 a.m. game, which we don't really have many of those games, so it's going to be a little different for the players for sure. But they're professionals. They've done it before. You go across the country. You're going into Tampa. Get your mind set. Get your mind right. And, go out there and play. I think CMC, for his aspect, has to have a good game. But I don't think he needs to be full workload. I think ease him back into it. I know he's probably the one that takes care of his body the best out of any NFL player. And he'll say, give me the full workload. But there's really no rush, no need to. Our backup running backs, Mason and Garendo, have held it down for sure. There's not been a drop off on the rushing yards aspect from our running backs. But like I said earlier in the episode, it's really that red zone offense. So maybe have CMC in those red zone type deals and really push the ball into the end zone. But I don't think we need to give him a full workload and just kind of spread the love there and just kind of get the offense back on track to last year's kind of standards. We were top 3 in offensive statistics. This year we've definitely dropped off in the result of a touchdown. But what's weird is we didn't really drop off for the yards, the passing yards, rushing yards. Like, we're still high in those categories. Brock Purdy's still doing his thing. It's more the efficiency when we get into the red zone. That's why our record looks a little worse than it really is. And I think CMC solves a lot of those issues coming back. And we just got to kind of have that grit like the Lions. A few years ago, we were really showing the league that we're a team that you can't really fuck with. We assert our dominance from the start, and honestly, I don't think we have been lately. So I think that's going to be a huge part. And our defense has held its own, and I think with reinforcements coming on the way, it's only going to get better. I can't wait to see Dre Greenlaw in there. We're not going to get to see him this week for sure, but in the near future, he will be back. And so that'll be a sight to see for sure. And guys, we're going to do the little dog of the week. And I can't pick anything from the Ravens-Bengals game because I'm recording this on Saturday. It may get out to you guys tonight. It may get out to you guys tomorrow morning before the game. But, yeah, that game was insane. I hate when the referees miss calls, but then I don't like when they call too many things. So, give and take there. But the Bengals got robbed at the end of that. But that was a good game from both quarterbacks. And, yeah. But, like I said, we're going to pick our dogs and kind of go through that pick'em list, of course. So, my dog this week, I'm gonna stay away from the 49er game. I'll pick my dog from the after. But my dog for this week is going to be Okay. My dog for this week is going to be from the Dolphins-Rams game. And I think Tua is going to be my dog of the week. He's going to come back. They're only 2-5 right now, and the Rams are 4-4. I think Tua has himself a game, and it gives the Dolphins a little hope. They're chasing an uphill battle for sure on trying to get into the playoffs. But I think Tua finally settles back in from post-concussion. Hasn't played the best since coming back. But this week, he's going to find Tyreek Hill, and they're going to have that connection. So give me Tua as my dog of the week, finding the end zone 3 times. And one of those is going to be rushing. So Yeah, Tua is going to be my dog of the week. For my 49ers dog of the week, man, I wish I was going to pick CMC. I wish I could, but like I said, I don't want them to give him a full workload, so I don't know what that entails stats-wise. So my dog of the week this week is going to be Fred Warner. Wearing his jersey right now, and that man is playing at a different level. If he's not truly in the defense player of the year category, I don't think you know ball. And he's played lights out in the run game, the pass game, the energy he brings. He's everything to the 49ers right now, especially with some huge weapons that were out. He's held it down, and I think this week he just has himself a game. He picks Baker Mayfield off, and I'm not saying a pick six, but he definitely is going to get that pick, and then a peanut punch fumble. I love the predictions that him and his wife do, and I don't know what they predicted this week yet, but those are my predictions for Fred Warner, as he's going to be my dog of the week. And guys, we're going to just go down this slate of games and pick who we think is going to win, and maybe a little something about them, but for sure, let's just pick the winners. I'm going to go straight off of ESPN's list. First game up is 49ers Bucs. I got 49ers. Let's bounce back. Giants Panthers. What a shit game. What did Germany do to deserve this game? That's kind of a crappy game to be overseas, but let's go Giants in this one. Broncos Chiefs. I think the Chiefs stay undefeated. I got Chiefs. Steelers Commanders. This is going to be a good game. A lot better than what I would have thought to begin the season. The Commanders have definitely surprised me this year. I didn't think their turnover was going to be that quick, but it was. So I think this game's a nail biter, but give me the Commanders in this one. The Vikings Jags. Is history repeating itself for the Vikings? I don't know, but they need to pick it back up from their hot start. They've dropped off a couple for the past couple weeks, so give me the Vikings in this one. Falcons Saints. I was never on the Saints hype train, even when they put up those 90 points in the first two games. Definitely not on it now that they're absolutely ass and on a 7-game losing streak. Make it 8. Give me the Falcons. Bills Colts. I wish the Colts were going to be better this year. I thought AR was going to be a dude. Maybe he still will be, but give me the Bills. Patriots, Bears. Give me the Bears. And it's just because the Patriots just aren't it yet. They're missing a few pieces. They'll get there eventually. Titans, Chargers. Give me Jim Harbaugh, Justin Herbert, and the Chargers. They'll handle business Sunday morning or Sunday afternoon. Eagles, Cowboys. I think the Cowboys are done for this year. I think they've thrown in the towel. I think Dak Prescott, his season might be over. But hopefully whoever is going to be in the quarterback position just keeps throwing to CeeDee Lamb because I got him on fantasy. But give me the Eagles in this one. Jets, Cardinals. The Jets absolutely need a win. Cardinals need to stop winning in the NFC West. So give me the Jets on this one. Just trying to throw it out there in the air and get them a victory. Lions, Texans. We already talked about this as my game of the week. The Lions are just so powerful. Texans, they can't make many mistakes. But I want the Lions to lose so the rest of the NFC could catch up to them. So give me the Texans in this one. Dolphins, Rams. I talked about this game a little bit because Tua is my dog of the week. So give me Tua in the Miami Dolphins to match my dog of the week, and they are going to take the last victory of this week. Guys, I know this episode's kind of flying by, but I'll get you better and longer episodes or more in-depth episodes because I think this episode's still going to be good moving forward for sure. But I wanted to get an episode out there. Missed being on the microphone. Missed being behind the desk, As you can see, a little different setup from the weeks before. We got our 49ers and our Notre Dame hat because those are my teams. College football, NFL, obviously. You got the backdrop behind us. And over here, hopefully you guys are all watching. But if you're on audio, I'm trying to explain it the best. We got Angel stuff. Maybe might cover Angels next year. I think they're gonna go on a run and kind of bring another World Series to LA next year. Because they're the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. They'll bring it home next year, like the Dodgers did this year. Um, got a couple little football things, and it's gonna be the setup going forward. I'm glad to have you guys here. Thank you guys for listening, and bang bang Niner gang. We're gonna make a run for this, and we might not be the best right now, but give it a couple weeks, and we're gonna take the league by storm and really show you guys that we will be back in the Super Bowl. 49ers, faithful, bang bang, Niner gang, we out. Deuces.